same time. Okay, let's see if we can do physical TikTok at the same time. Okay, let's see if we can do physical TikTok at the same time. Uh, uh, Francis channel dashboard. I don't know why I can't really see that speed up. Thanks. Set everything up. Or rather, make sure that everything is working. Okay, is live. Is that public? Okay, is public. It's public. All right. That's it. Nice. Okay, so theoretically, I can get started without thinking of anything. And YouTube is not responding. What do you mean by YouTube is not responding? Okay. Damn. What the hell? But there was a way to pop up this stuff. Ah, nope. No way. And let me just confirm that this thing is still actually live. Screw OBS control room because that's fixed. Okay. Okay, what the hell? As such, buffering. Wow. Okay. That is going to be multitasking on the highest level. Yeah, guess Starlink or something. Okay, enough delay. Welcome to another live stream on that day. This time I'm streaming both on YouTube and TikTok, stressing out my internet and seeing how it's going to perform. But let's see how that goes. Alright, so yesterday I was working on something. I really couldn't keep track of what I was working on, but I watched the develop today by Orange Pixel, Orange Paxa, things you're supposed to work on. And then I remember I actually have a Trello dashboard there. And these are some bunch of things that one day maybe I'll work on, I'll scrap them out. And this is stuff. Yeah, I'm already on this right now. Yeah, this going. Yeah, this bug, I just this bug, I'm just leaving that for future me. I'm not going to. So I'm working on this mental progression using EXP. So that's basically what I'm working on. Yeah. So this was the UI I designed last night. Last night. Okay. So yeah, if you click health, you get more health, you get more stamina, and you get more maximum ammo when you go down to fight. It surely looks good today compared to how I was doing it yesterday. So let's just see how it goes. I hope my audio is clear, please. And yes, the camera, the video feed is not big like yesterday for YouTube viewing on landscape. Is much more smaller, so that's nice. Alright, back to action. Sound like a fucking Power Ranger. Okay, so back to action, I guess. What I want to do is basically I was working on the data to handle each of the stuffs, the player stats, because those things are permanent upgrades. They shouldn't be able to be deleted because this player data resource gets deleted. So I press player data twice, so I created this player stats. So what I'm basically saying is which script does that? There is a save game auto load thing. So basically, it loads all the game data, and if the player dies, since it's a roguelike or roguelite, clear all the data. Basically, delete everything out. So that deletes both the player data and the game data, which tracks the level and stuff. So I separated those stuff that are going to be used for the meta progression system, which is these guys, because they are going to be permanent upgrades. If you die, they are not supposed to reduce. They keep on stacking up. Alright. So yeah, moving on. Okay, so that just close videos. Okay, so first is first, I'm going to have to create this level to track the level. So over a script, we also need to know which level the player is in. So level, and for here now it's level 1. Going to need level and also how many EXP the player has actually acquired in a run. So how many EXP has the player acquired? EXP. Did I just write EXP or should I associate like parties? Let me just write EXP so that anybody can basically understand it. So EXP. EXP right now will be 0. Basically nothing. When you play the game, you acquire more EXP and stuff. Should be able to make this thing. What the hell? Let's come back here. I wanted to share it with OBS. Okay, nice. Now I'm seeing everything in one window. That's nice. That's nice. Alright, EXP level and attack damage, stamina, ammo, and stuff. Okay, moving on. Now, basically, we want to update all this data. Let me just start with the simple things. I'm going to create a script for that stuff, normal, and update, like update value from update value. I don't even know what I'll call this. Let me just call it this right now. Later, if something else enter my head, I'll make it sound better. Yes. Okay, so update value. So right now there is this. We have this. I want to basically edit this value of this guy to be based on what level the player is. So I can drag a reference for that. Obviously, I don't need to, but laziness, I guess. And I also want to make this a label so that to save precious resources and stuff. Okay, so that label is going to be level label dot text equals string. Funny enough, I don't even have any reference to the player stats. I mean the player stats and auto load. Nah, let me just put it inside the global. Global. Screw this. Global. So for player stats data, just call it data, is a player stats. Right? Oh. Wait. Wait. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. You can't call a ready function in a resource. What was I doing here? How did I get a reference for the other data? Yeah, I think I created the. No one's great. Go back to the save game data. Go back to the save game data. Now just put it here. So we have player data and the path. I think I'll just duplicate this. Come over here. Paste. Really? Player data. And I'm going to call this player stats data and player stats. Okay, you are going to be saved as player stats .cers. Player stats data. Stats data. So clicking insert. Okay, player. Did I use two? This here. I wonder where that one was. Okay, so player stats data. Player stats data save paths. Basically, where it's going to be saved. Okay, so I'm going to go to the save function. I think I created save player game inventory. I'll just duplicate this one and maybe a better way to do all this, but I mean I'm trying to get used to resources, so I'm just going to do the most barest minimum way I can. Player stats off. Do this. Do they call this is kind of a mouthful. Player stats data. Save player stats data. So that's the function name. So it's going to save player stats. You're going to save player stats. Oh God. Stats data. We're going to save player stats data, and the resource is going to be. Wait. Hold up. Okay, the parts first. Player stats, save parts, and then player stats data. And is that okay? So this is going to be saving. So this resource is probably just going to be saving only, and it's not going to be doing anything like it's not going to be doing anything like okay, I'm not going to call that here. No, I'm not going to say that here. But load data, wait, how do I load all of them? Okay, I don't load all of them here. Remember, this is an auto load. This was the issue I was having back then. Don't load them here. I will load it elsewhere. Where would I load it? Last time I loaded it in the player inventory. But remember if you watch shots, there was once I had a bug that the resources didn't refresh until like when you died, you lose all your resources, but you don't actually lose all your resources. So how was it? Okay, you died, you're supposed to lose your resources, but you don't lose your resources until when if you off the game, open it back again, like close the app, open it back, then you lose your resources. So people thought it was a bug. Yeah, but it was not a bug. So yeah, that was because I was trying to load the game data in the inventory. So what I did to fix that was I just loaded it in the player whenever the player gets instance. I think I came up with a better way, but I've forgotten, I guess. Okay, I was supposed to load this. I was going to create a load function for it first. So load game data, load data inventory, and let me just copy this. Yeah, I'm going to declare this, get rid of that. I'm going to copy this and load player stats data, player stats, and data, right? Okay, load player stats data, game data, not game data, player. Oh god, it's not using the time me honestly. Player stat data equal to load player routine player stats save path and else player stats data equals player stats just normal player stats dot new, right? I bet. Okay, so we have the load player stat data. So I'll go back to the player script, and in the ready function, I will also do that. Save game data dot. Okay, now I'm starting to think maybe I should just say load. Wait, game data. You know what? I will just put it under this guy, so it's load game data, and I will just yoink it here. Load no player starts data. Okay, and also load inventory data. I forgot myself. I actually deleted that line, and I would have been because of that. But because it will cause a bug, obviously, like literally, and I will be asking myself what went wrong again. When I'm the one at fault. I'm supposed to be playing music. I'm supposed to be playing music. What? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me get some music. You spoil copyright free ones because I'm getting copyright strike every time. Let me see if I can get one on Spotify. At least something to nod the head to. It's over here. Let me see. Copy right free. Okay, NCS. I think I know